Hey, what's up, car lovers? Welcome back to Turbo Trendz TV, your ultimate pit stop for the hottest rides, boldest builds, and jaw-dropping performance machines on the road. Today, we've got something truly legendary back in the spotlight: the all-new 2025 Porsche 911. It's sleek, it's fast, it's iconic. But is the 2025 model just another subtle evolution? Or does it bring something fresh and thrilling to the table? Let's hit the throttle and dive into every detail of this German masterpiece. Exterior. So, the 911 has been around for over 6 decades, and Porsche has made it clear they're not here to reinvent the wheel, but to perfect it. And with the 2025 update, that philosophy continues. At first glance, the exterior keeps its instantly recognizable silhouette, but look closer, and you'll catch the design tweaks that give this 911 a sharper, more refined edge. Up front, the changes are subtle but impactful. The redesigned headlights feature more advanced matrix LED tech with a cleaner housing that gives off a high-tech vibe. The front bumper has been slightly resculpted for better airflow, and the larger intakes now come with active shutters to improve both cooling and aerodynamics. On the side, the classic 911 profile is unmistakably the low-slung roof line, wide hips, and that signature rear engine stance. But the 2025 model gets new wheel designs, up to 21 inches in the rear, giving it a meatier look. Porsche also added active aero elements along the sides and underbody, which not only look cool but help glue this thing to the pavement at high speeds. The flush door handles remain, and there's a subtle crease running along the lower door area that adds a sense of motion even when the car's parked. Swing around to the rear, and you'll see perhaps the most noticeable changes. The light bar across the tail now has a more three-dimensional design, appearing to float when lit. The rear bumper's vents have been slightly reworked, and the exhaust placement is tweaked depending on the trim. Center-mounted dual pipes for the sportier GTS models and wide-set tips for the Carrera variants. The retractable spoiler is smarter this time, adjusting more precisely based on speed and driving mode. Interior. Now let's talk about the cabin because Porsche has taken things up a notch. Inside, the 2025 911 is more driver-focused than ever. The analog tachometer, gone. For the first time in history, the 911 goes fully digital with the curved 12.6-inch instrument display that looks lifted from the Taycan. It's customizable, clean, and razor-sharp. But don't worry, there's still an option to recreate the classic 5-gauge layout virtually. The infotainment system gets a serious boost with a larger 10.9-inch touchscreen that's quicker, more responsive, and finally supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Material quality, top-notch, as expected. You'll find hand-stitched leather, real aluminum, carbon fiber accents, and even sustainable materials for those going green. The seats are some of the best in the gamma, supportive, bolstered, and available in all sorts of wild custom finishes if you're willing to shell out. And yes, the iconic Porsche Sport Chrono clock is still sitting proudly at the top of the dash, reminding you this is no ordinary sports car. Hop in the back seat's a broken bar. Well, kind of. They're still more symbolic than functional, better suited for a backpack than a human. But hey, it's a 911 tradition. Storage is decent for a sports car, with the small trunk up front and just enough space inside for a weekend getaway. Performance. Alright, let's hit the fun part of performance, because the 2025 911 doesn't just look fast, it absolutely is. The Carrera base model packs a twin-turbo 3.0-liter flat-six producing around 390 horsepower, while the Carrera S gets bumped to 444 horses. Go for the Carrera 4S, and you get all-wheel drive grip and a 0-60 time of around 3.4 seconds. But that's just the beginning. The GTS variant cranks things up to 473 horsepower with a more aggressive suspension setup, sport exhaust, and a sharper throttle response. All models come with Porsche's lightning-quick 8-speed PDK dual-clutch transmission, though purists can still option a 7-speed manual in some trims. Respect handling. It's a 911. It grips, it pivots, it communicates every inch of the road through the steering wheel. The rear engine layout still brings its unique charm, but Porsche has dialed in the chassis so perfectly that understeer and oversteer are completely under your control. Active dampers, rear wheel steering on hard ramps, and an optional sport suspension all make this car feel like it's reading your mind. It's planted, precise, and endlessly rewarding to drive. Fuel economy isn't bad either. Thanks to a few smart efficiency tweaks, you'll get around 20 miles per gallon in the city and 27 on the highway for the base model. So impressive for something that can destroy a back road and cruise on the Autobahn all in one day. So, how much does this piece of automotive art cost? The 2025 Porsche 911 starts at around $120,000 for the base Carrera. Step up to the Carrera S, and you're looking at roughly $135,000. The all-wheel drive Carrera 4S starts around $145,000, while the GTS model pushes close to $160,000 before options. And we all know how Porsche options can add up: ceramic brakes, fancy interiors, custom paint, aero kits. Up, it's easy to spec a 911 north of $200,000. But here's the thing. Every dollar feels justified once you hit the gas. There's also talk of hybrid versions coming soon, possibly late in the 2025 model year, which could be the biggest evolution yet for the 911. If that happens, expect even more performance without sacrificing the soul of the car. Porsche has promised the essence of the 911 will remain untouched even if the tech evolves under the skin. In a world full of electric hypercars, SUVs pretending to be coupes, and bloated performance machines, the 2025 Porsche 911 stays true to its roots while embracing just enough innovation to stay relevant and exciting. It's not trying to be flashy. It doesn't scream for attention. But when you're behind the wheel, it feels like the world bends to your will. Every corner, every straight, every red linear, it's all part of the experience. It's not just a car, it's a legacy on four wheels. So, what do you think? Has Porsche nailed the update for the 2025 911, or are you holding out for that rumored hybrid variant? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know which 911 trim you'd take for a weekend canyon blast. And hey, don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit subscribe for more insane car content, and ring that bell so you never miss a lap with Turbo Trendz TV. We've got tons more reviews, comparisons, and first drive impressions coming your way. Until next time, keep the revs high and the rubber burning. This is Turbo Trendz TV, signing off. Catch you on the next ride.